They had like a happy hour, like speed dating thing, right? That I was not a part of. It was after they had finished. So they had an MC there. And he's just like, hey, these two are in the lover's corner. These two are in the lover's corner. They're in the lover's corner. Like, what's your name? And he puts a mic in my face, and I'm just like, I freeze. And he whispers in my ear, he's like, oh, if this ain't your girl, like, just make up a name. Like,
how are you gonna make up a name right next to the girl who already knows your name?
We're here to talk about Valentine's Day too. So
hey,
we ready.
Shout out to my parents. Big anniversary day next Wednesday on Valentine's Day.
Beautiful.
55 years.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Dude, tell me about it. 1969 they got married.
Wow.
Wow. Shout out to mom and dad. Shout out to mom and dad.
Yeah, used to be your big excuse, but now
it was.
It's over.
For a number of years. It's like, nah, I can't do nothing on Valentine's Day, girl. I'm sorry. It's my parents' anniversary.
Yeah.
I'm going to celebrate with them.
Yep. Third wheel my parents.
Half the time, I wasn't even down there seeing them on Valentine's Day. I was like, well, let me just stay home.
I feel you, man. That's about to be me on Valentine's Day this year. But hey.
It's a Wednesday. It's a weird day for Valentine's Day. It's not ideal.
Yeah, it's not ideal. But people are still going to be out celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you asked last week, we left on a cliffhanger. You were like, would you ever do a first date on Valentine's Day? Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And I wouldn't. I would not.
No.
I mean, listen, if it's on the weekend and just so happens to be Valentine's Day, I'm down to go out, like do something fun, but not like, oh, let's go out to dinner, because every restaurant is like red or pink with that whole ambiance, and they have like the prefix menu. So I would try to do something separate from that type of thing. But I'd be down to not make a big deal out of it. I have been on a second date on Valentine's Day by accident, and it got a little awkward.
How did it get awkward?
Well, this was back in the day, Jersey City, Miss Wong's, the basement speakeasy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a Thursday night, and they had a DJ and a party that night, but in the beginning, they had like a happy hour, like speed dating thing, right? That I was not a part of.
Oh,
so,
like upstairs and then...
I think it was downstairs, but...
Oh, weird.
Yeah, but, so I went out on a second date with someone, and I was like, oh, do you want to go? Like, there's music. It was like R&B music, whatever. But it was after they had finished. So they had an MC there who I guess was running their whole event beforehand. And we were sitting like in this booth, like in a speakeasy. There was barely anyone there. And I guess he thought that we were a part of what they had just ended. And he just has the mic and he's just like, hey, these two are in the lover's corner. These two are in the lover's corner. They're in the lover's corner. Like, what's your name? And he puts a mic in my face, and I'm just like, I freeze. And he whispers in my ear, he's like, oh, if this ain't your girl, like, just make up a name. Like,
how are you gonna make up a name right next to the girl who already knows your name?
For real, I was just like, what? And I just really didn't say anything. He kind of played it off and walked away. The girl I was with was like so embarrassed. And I was like, that was so funny. She was just like, yeah, what the fuck?
Any dates after that or no?
Yeah, we were cool. Like, we did a bunch of, we're still like cool, like friends. Like,
okay.
It was a funny moment, at least for me.
Got it.
But it was super awkward. And I was like, shit, like I thought I could avoid this shit, but it does look like we're together.
Oh man. I mean, what can you do? It's Valentine's Day. I don't know. I have to lean towards no as well.
Yeah.
My reason being similar to you. When you go to the restaurants, a lot of them are going to have prefix menus. The prices are going to be inflated. Like, I don't know that I want that pressure and like the ambiance for a first date.
It's intense.
Yeah. It would have to be like, I don't know. I feel like you would have to put in more work to pick the right kind of spot where you're not going to get that type of Valentine's Day vibe than is worth. Like, just go the next day or 2 days later or something like that.
Yeah. First date, I don't think so. What about you, Troy?
Yeah, no, first date, like you said, it is too much pressure. I've been in a situation where, I was working back in like promotions, late night Valentine's Day events and stuff. So, me and my coworkers, some of them were pretty cute, and we were both like, yeah, we weren't really doing anything for Valentine's Day. So, like, you want to just go like to a hole in the wall place and grab a drink and stuff. And that was like an unofficial, like low pressure, just like chill sesh thing like that. So something like that I think could work because it's not all pressure. You're not getting called out by MCs and stuff. You can just do your own thing. And just feel good about the night.
Yeah.
My mom says it's way too crowded to go anywhere on Valentine's Day.
That's true. Things are already booked up, so you got to make a real effort. Let us know, guys. Would you go on a first date on Valentine's Day, or do you think it's weird? I think it's a little bit intense. But yeah, if you are with somebody, how much should you be spending on Valentine's Day?
Oof.
They had surveys, man. And a survey from a consumer review site, Trustpilot, found that the cost of Valentine's Day in 2024 would average out to a spendy $157.52.
Wow. Honestly, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
They must have taken that poll across the United States. That shit was not for the New York City area.
For real, man. Another report said that they had a higher total at $192, with dinner and drinks on February 14th running about $154. Also, the data finds those who are in 1 to 2 year relationships are most susceptible to high prices. They will be dropping $247 on average, whereas those together for less than a year will be spending about $186.
Yeah.
And those who have been, by each other's side for over 10 years will spend about $189. And 1 in 10 say they'll break up with their boo if there's no gift given whatsoever. And 16% risk the dreaded silent treatment.
That's nasty. To break up with somebody just because they didn't get you a gift, that's nasty.
Is it?
I think so.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because, is it about the way that you feel, or is it about, the gifts you get? And I don't want to hear that, oh, my love language is gift shit. No. That's crazy.
But in a relationship, if somebody does want to celebrate this and acknowledge it, don't you think it's important to try to do something to...
You can do something special, but if the requirement is for me to get you a gift... I don't think that's fair.
It says no gift
unless
whatsoever.
we have a conversation like, hey, what are we doing for Valentine's Day this year? We could do dinner. Do you want to get a gift? Sure, yeah. Then okay, we're exchanging gifts. There should be some sort of conversation. I feel like even with my fiance, we do the same thing. I have a conversation. I was like, yo, this year we could do dinner, maybe something over the weekend, but I'm not trying to go crazy. We got trips coming up. What the vibe is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I think it's important to communicate that. I just had a recent memory. I usually have a decent Valentine's Day. I've had some really good ones. Last year, exchanged a lot of gifts with my ex, but it was really nice. And we actually did we went out over the weekend too, because our anniversary was a few days after Valentine's Day. I tried to align it both on Valentine's Day.
I've been there too, bro.
Didn't work.
There too.
But in the past, when I was in college, my other ex, she got upset because she really wanted to do something special. She was crying to me on the phone, saying that she deserves to be treated like a princess. I laughed, but I did fold.
Wait, you laughed on the phone at her?
Of course, it was funny. How do you not laugh at someone says they need to be treated like a princess? That's hilarious.
Nah. You don't want to be treated like a prince, Julian?
I don't say that to anybody. I would never say that. That's hilarious.
I woun't say that either. But the problem is women get indoctrinated in this princess and stuff.
Yeah. The worst part about it is, so I ended up taking her out, taking off work, doing all this stuff, and I got her flowers in the morning, and she was like, oh, thank you. She was like, actually, it's my grandmother's birthday. I didn't get her anything. Can I give her these flowers? And I was like, sure.
Oh, man.
So the flowers went to Granny, but hey, it all worked out. As long as she was happy, I was happy. I feel like a lot of guys feel that way, but seems like everyone's spending close to $200. Do you think that money falls mostly on guys? Do you think that, Troy, when you see these numbers?
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the general expectation, at least pay for most of it or the majority, the bulk of it. You don't have to pay for everything, but I think it is expected that, you set it up, you put in the effort, and then you fork over majority of the money.
Yeah, I've been trying to slowly change that that way of doing things because I think it's bullshit. Like, if this is a day that's supposed to be celebrating our love, I'm sorry, is our love 80-20? Because if that's the case, then we need to have a conversation and maybe this isn't going to work out. I'm serious. So I have no problems like on Valentine's Day doing exactly what you said, planning out a nice date, sending you flowers, doing the whole nine in terms of that. But I also expect something for Valentine's Day, and it's not just sexual relations with you. Like it's not. So like we have an agreement where we break it up, and there's different things that we do to celebrate, our love and things like that. But these numbers that they gave for the averages. Shit, half of that is blown on ordering flowers if you're getting flowers delivered for her.
Yeah. No, it's
and
a lot.
Trust me, that other half of the $200, that's not even going to cover my part of the dinner. Because the prefix is already like 100 plus.
Yeah.
It's messed up out here.
It's crazy. If you're getting a gift, if you're going out to eat, just those two things.
It's you over 500 in the New York City area.
Easy. Yeah, last year, like last time I celebrated, I got gifts too, so we exchanged gifts, and between the two of us, we definitely spent a lot of money.
Yeah, probably over a rack.
Yeah,
it's.
And is it worth it? Not to me, but hey, at least you have a good day.
Yeah.
At night, like it's nice. I'm never like a giant fan of these holidays, but I'm not like totally against it either. I will say, it is funny to see, people like, post their significant others on Instagram during these holidays. We talked about people in their matching pajamas on Christmas, but Valentine's Day is another level. It's like a day specifically for love, so you get to see, who's with who, like who's actually gonna reveal their significant other, man. And I'm so excited to see people post their ugly boyfriends this year. Like, I want to see the reveals. Let us know who's been on those trips with you. Let us see.
Terrible. Julian gonna be like, girl, I saw you like 3 months ago. Where'd he come from?
3 weeks ago. Just kidding.
Yeah, it's an interesting time. I will say though, I don't like that Valentine's Day is so close to Christmas.
Yeah.
it's like 6 weeks later, and then we got another thing. Like, come on, give me a break. That's why, especially after you've been together for a long time, you got to start being more creative, figuring out cheaper ways to really, express your love and stuff, and think outside the box.
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, some of the shit just gets old. Like, can't do what I did 3 years ago again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Start recycling.
Yeah, let us know, guys. How much should people be spending on Valentine's Day? Do you celebrate yourself? Are you going to be nosy and curious to see who posts their significant other next week? Let us know. I'm excited to see the Knicks play on Wednesday next week. And also,
did you get the tickets?
No, it's in Orlando. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But you were just at a game, right?
Yeah, me and Jenna went last night to see them beat the Grizzlies. It was really dope.
Nice.
Always love going to the Garden. But I was looking for a Valentine this year, and I did find one, and it's me. I'm my own Valentine.
Don't even try that. You talk shit about the chick that married herself.
I'm not marrying myself and inviting my family to Mexico for a ceremony. Like, that's ridiculous.
Cancun, baby.
I'm just going to be chilling by myself. There's a big difference. But shout out to everybody celebrating, all the beautiful couples. Maybe they'll get some treats, man. I know Reese's, they revealed their new heart candy, I think.
Oh, my God. This is, it's something.
Do you have the photo up?
Yeah, I put the photo up.
Oh, my God.
Basically, the snack-sized Valentine's Day treat takes the appearance of a dangling scrotum. when turned upside down.
Oh my god.
Reese's thought pink hearts would be cute, but I think they missed the mark on this one. That's what somebody said on Twitter.
Oh my god. Bro,
It's crazy.
bro, when I first saw this Reese's cup, I was like, this is nuts.
I just don't understand. Like, it's not even really a heart shape.
Yo, you missed it.
I know. I heard you. This is
you
nuts.
ignore me? Fuck you. Oh my god, this is crazy. Do you think they did this shit on purpose?
They may have, because it's really not a heart shape.
It's balls.
Yeah, like it just doesn't look like a heart at all.
Yeah.
What can you say about this thing? It honestly, when I first saw it, it looked like a tongue.
Yeah.
More than nuts, and then I obviously like looked at it a little bit longer, and I'm like, pause. But
It's too much.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's this definitely could be a campaign though.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that shit was funny though. If someone gave me that, I'd be upset. But man, who knows? Maybe it tastes good.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, listen, a woman in Florida, she sued Hershey last year for $5 million because the shape of their candies did not match what's on the packaging.
Wow, that's crazy. I need to find one of these fucking stupid ass
These lawsuits, right?
Yeah. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
All the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.